that don't use these techniques, and Jiraiya gets bodied by them. Therefore, hold up. Therefore, Naruto still scales stronger, whether or not you try to prove this technique. So, your point's kind of dumb, but I gotta go for a second. I gotta go give my dad some. Like, I'll be back in 30 seconds.
You go get his dad some motherfucking.
Come on now.
Yo,
That's you, Justine.
Yo.
guys are hating on me and chat. Here you go. Look.
They just don't want to see us win, bro.
It's okay. This is your fans, bro. It's all
Okay,
good.
so you just let me finish the last part of my
Anyway,
quick,
hold up.
because I had to go right before I finish.
I just
So,
don't really care to,
basically-
like, hold up, let me speak real quick. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I just don't really care to, like, talk to someone who's just gonna scream over me. Like,
Me?
Archie. No, Archie. I mean, anyway, just go ahead, Archie. Yeah,
Okay,
just go ahead.
I was like, I haven't screamed once. Anyways, the last part of my argument was I would like you to prove, why this statement truly actually means that when he moves closer, he's outputting more chakra. Because right now we are questioning this scan, and you're saying this scan is self-evident as to why when he's getting closer, he needs more chakra. He gets more chakra by his pains being closer. So if we're questioning this scan and we're arguing about it, you can't really solidify this scan as your reason for why when pains get closer, they're allowed to output more chakra. While I'm giving multiple scans and multiple lines of reasoning as to why my interpretation fits how the pains work and how their chakra links work, while you're just using a singular scan and try to use statements from this scan and the context behind this scan to prove your interpretation. So I don't really believe you're substantiating your point enough, so I want you to prove.
Yeah, so I gave substantiation already. If you don't think I have, I guess we can move on from the point. You're saying that I like haven't given substantiation for why you'd be outputting more chakra. I don't know if you've watched Naruto, but I mean, it's like stated that jutsus are used.
Didn't you just say we could move on?
Hold up, Justine. Jutsus are used by like outputting chakra. That's how you use jutsus, and that's also how you amp your physical stats.
Can you send that?
Sure.
And that's how you amp your physical stats?
Can somebody send the
Because
hold up. Can somebody
no. I'm about to extrapolate on my question. I'm about to extrapolate. Hold up, Yeetus, don't tell me to shut the fuck up when you're a bit like bitch. Shut your dumb ass up and let me speak. Anyways, no. I was going to extrapolate. You ugly buffoon. Shut your dumb ass up. Tell me why you built like a chimpanzee. Stupid idiot. Shut your dumb ass up and let me speak. Ugly bitch. Let me speak. Anyways, Yeetus. The problem, or sorry, what I was trying to say, since you made me lose my train of thought, was just that, all I remember, or what I've seen as chakra being defined, even in the early stage basics such as chakra, was just that all chakra does is it's your living energy. You output this chakra to have techniques, not truly to amp your physical stats unless you have specific techniques such as the gates. That's not like right now. I believe you're using specific techniques. Put that into a general term for what chakra does, such as amping your physical stats, when that's not true.
Okay, so check scans 1.
Okay, I have physical energy. I output it. I don't use it to amp my physical stats. Everybody in this world has some sort of physical energy which they can output. That does not mean I can use this energy to truly amp myself. No, that's not how it works. Which is why I'm saying it's still specific techniques we would have to look at for us to be amping our physical selves. That's not how it works. Like, I can punch a wall with physical energy from within my body, but I can't use this physical energy to. So I would like you to actually prove that, please. That doesn't prove anything.
Hold up, wait one.
Yo, am I lagging or is it him? Or two, am I cutting right now? Thank you. Are you gonna stay neutral right now, as of right now? Or have you only been here for like 10 minutes?
Yo,
I mean, I was in VC for like since the beginning, but like
you weren't listening.
I was not like here. I was doing something else.
Okay, well, this is gonna be recording anyways. If you
alright, so
you want me to repeat what I said?
okay, so I'm gonna
Just
refute.
kidding.
First off, I remember there was a point you made that I forgot to refute, so I'm just gonna refute that real quick.
How we've moved on.
Oh, we haven't moved on. We're still on the
Okay,
point.
so
So I remember. Hold up, Justine.
what? Okay. Just
So I
state what the point
remember. Hold
was.
up, Justine.
If we haven't moved on, please prove that claim.
Justine. Okay, sure. So Justine, your point, I forgot to address was the one about pain. Oh yeah, it was about pain using chakra, or sorry, using like jutsus like farther away from Nagato, like in the Leaf Village and stuff when he was far away from Nagato.
Okay, but we've moved on from that
You
point.
did
That's
not
just you
move
had
on
an
from that.
obligation to respond via burden or rejoinder, and you failed to do so.
We're still on like this.
No, we moved on from the point. That's like a.
I still am allowed.
I would debate. You're not a. No, I'm not going to allow you to backtrack. You had an obligation to respond via burden or rejoinder, and you failed to do so.
Okay, two. Am I allowed to make this point real quick?
Two, is he allowed to backtrack even though he had an obligation to respond and he failed to do so because his ears don't listen, because his ears don't work and he can't hear what I'm saying? And then once we move on to a different point about physical and stats and how chakra works, he's allowed to go back and not point.
Two.
No, that's not how it works. I'm just gonna call burn rejoinder on you. You had an obligation to respond and you failed to do so.
Okay, two. Is it
Justine, shut up! Justine, shut up! Am I getting you mad? Am I getting you mad?
What?
Am I getting you mad? What's up with the sudden aggressive?
What?
No. Please explain to me.
Are you like?
No. Am I getting you mad?
Are you weird? Like what the
Am
fuck?
I weird? No. Answer my question.
Yeah, you're pretty weird.
Yo, why is
What are you
Q no
saying?
longer in
We're
VC?
trying to ask.
Isn't he supposed to be judged?
Like, fucking.
Yeah, where's two at? Two's not here. Two's not
Hold
here.
up. Is two? Oh wait, two's here. Let me invite him up. Alright, two. Is it cool if we? Here, we can't hear you. Wait. Oh no. Wait, I can hear you. Wait, what's up?
Like, who's messing up, I can hear shit. Alright.
Wait,
Go ahead.
what?
Go ahead. What are you saying?
Oh, I said, is it cool? Justin, can you stop typing so loudly? Alright, so two.
Gotta stop being annoying.
So yeah, two. I was just asking if I was allowed to address the point.
Here. Two. This, I think, me making this burner rejoinder is more so of a point that
Hold
you should
up,
judge.
bro. You realize I was speaking, Justin? Like, what the fuck?
I mean, I couldn't really hear you over that far.
Alright, okay. So
Okay.
anyway.
If you asked two a question, I don't see why you would be speaking.
So my question is, remember the point that Justine made about like Payne being able to use.
But why are you going to the judge for confirmation of what you can or do not cannot? But it's a point of contention within the debate that two has to judge. If he thinks I persuaded him to say that it is a burden rejoinder and you fail to respond, then you can't just go to the judge for external help of saying, oh, here's my question, are we allowed to do this or not? We talk about whether or not we're allowed to do.
Over talking doesn't make.
I'm not over talking.
Yeah,
I'm telling you what you can and can't do, and giving you why you can't do this. And you're trying to go to our judge for help.
Yeah,
whether we can or cannot do this. That's not how it works. That is not how it works. So it's a conversation between us two, not the judge. The judge just observes what we say. The judge is who he thinks won.
Justine.
So it's a conversation between us two.
Yeetus, if you can like argue why you can go back, then that's fine. But I want to say, like,
I never brought up.
Don't ask him to argue why.
Oh my gosh, Justine. Yeah, sure. Here, I'll argue why I can go back. The reason that I'm allowed to go back is because I haven't addressed it yet. You made like multiple points. Like I said, you were shotgunning. So the point I addressed was a different one. Now I'm still allowed to address this point because we haven't fully moved on to another point. We haven't concluded on anything. Therefore, there is no backtracking. A point isn't done until you conclude on it, you fucking idiot. So,
okay. First,
so let's go ahead, Justin.
Okay.
Anyway,
so no, I'm gonna respond to you. Yeetus, the problem with everything you just said, that was actually so unfunny. Did this man just say respond to this dick? Oh
go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yo, Jay, chill. Anyways, So the problem with what you just said, I've already called a burden of rejoinder. A burden of rejoinder is where you have an obligation to respond to someone's argument. So if you have this obligation and I'm making points that coincide with one points or a shotgun, and you fail to actually attack this argument, even though under your own logic, you've been shotgunning at points that coincide with negate my premise, all I've been doing is giving arguments that such as, like, I guess you could say a syllogism, like premise one, premise two, conclusion, and saying this is why your stance is wrong. I'm just saying we've indirectly moved on as we moved on from pain using a larger output in the Leaf Village and then using lesser way to the point of how does chakra work? How does it amp your physical stats? You output this physical body. Those are two separate points. They have almost nothing to do with each other. So I'm just saying you don't have to say, oh, we are moving on from this point, or oh, we are concluding for us to move on. All you have to do is announce a new point on and start arguing about this point as we did. So you indirectly moved on. You had an obligation to respond in which you failed to do so, and now realize that and are now trying to backtrack and are trying to say you aren't backtracking because you didn't realize you indirectly made a mistake and or realize you just messed yourself over trying to save yourself. So you're just in the wrong here.
I'm not saving anything. I'm just making a point that I'm allowed to make because I haven't made this point yet. So therefore, it's not backtracking.
What point are you talking about?
Okay, we're basically talking about when I made the point of pain had a bigger output of energy and jutsu that destroyed. I was basically saying, when he was farther away from the temple, so this just defeats your consistency within this interpretation, as he's using larger outputs of chakra farther away from Tendo in comparison to closer, in which he only uses the catastrophic whatever planetary construction, which is lesser energy. So I was saying it obviously has nothing to do with the. And then we moved on to how does chakra work? Does it amp your physical stats? Do you output this chakra? And so basically, I was just saying that we indirectly moved on as we both started attacking on the point. So you don't have to say explicitly, I'm concluding, or we can move on from this point now for us to move on from. So therefore, you messed yourself up since you failed to respond to this. You had an obligation to respond, and you didn't. So I'm calling a burden. That's what we're arguing about right now.
But yeah, I'm just saying you made multiple points, and therefore, like, I'm not gonna, like, I addressed the first one, and now I'm addressing the second one. So that's all I'm saying.
I'm basically saying first, I was making points that coincide with one another, such as a syllogism, premise one, premise two, conclusion. That's not a shotgun or multiple points. That's still within the same point.
Totally different point.
I'm saying it's analogous to the situation. Common points that lead to the same conclusion as they go with one.
Cool. Then if there's common points,
I was basically saying it leads to the range point and how he used larger chakra output, and since he used larger chakra output, it has nothing to do with the range. That has everything. No, that has everything.
We haven't gone on.
You have nothing to do with. You have no idea what you're talking about. It's not two separate points. It's the exact same thing. So Yeetus, that is your fault. You don't know what you're talking about, and now you're trying to save yourself. So please let us move on. Oh, Archie Page is not the judge. It's two. Honestly, we can move on, Yeetus, if you think.
Yeah. So I'm saying we can move on. Can you like? Yeah, so why don't you just tell us after hearing that, who do you think I should be able to address, like, his...
No.
What point did y'all like went on to like this chakra
point? How does it work? Yeah, and we moved on from like the chakra output and range point. That's basically what we moved on from.
Yeah, in that case, then I'll agree with Justine because that's like a whole different thing. Like if y'all are like the same.
No. I was saying before moving on to the chakra point, because I know we were about to move on to it. Is it okay if I say one more thing? Because we haven't gone to conclusion.
Yeah, but it's on a point from before.
Yeah, if you didn't move on to the like chakra amping
We
physical
did.
stats, that's
We
fine.
did.
We
Yeah,
didn't.
We did. Yo,
started.
hold up.
from what I
You're
heard,
lying.
y'all did because you were sending this one scan of like,
Yeah,
and
I
then
and then
did.
Justine
I
made
did.
an
He
I
even
argument.
said
sent the scan
actually,
himself. He sent the scan himself. Look at it.
and then
And then I
I
attacked
said
it by saying
actually.
I attacked it by it's not just physical energy. You can punch them.
Yeah,
Remember saying this
Then
yeah, I
hold up.
with your
remember
physical
that.
energy? Okay, so
I
we did
remember
move
that.
on to it.
Then I said actually before I address this chakra point, I would like to make one more
You
point.
brought up the point of first. You said actually there's physical energy and
Actually, what about this?
that's literally what you said. You start.
Alright, sure.
You
So
realize
then
you
why
messed
don't I
yourself up, and then you try to go back. That is your fault.
I mean
So
I
we
could
should just
also
move on. The judges agreed with me, and now you're trying to twist the way your recollection is twisted up, and you're trying to make it seem as if we didn't move on. That's wrong. You present the scan, you present your premise for this point, and then you try to say, actually, that's not how it works.
Alright, so Justine, yeah, I'm just gonna say that I literally I sent my refutation to Shonen just in case this happened, like literally
Bruh,
during
bruh,
while you were talking, and I could even like send the time, and Shonen can vouch.
I don't
Because I
care
said,
about what you
hold
say
up,
in chat. That's
yeah,
not a part of the dialect.
hold up.
That's not a part of the dialect. You can't say, oh, actually, Comprehend Fuji wins. So let's say you're having a conversation about Naruto versus Aaron, or Naruto versus Sasuke. And while they're talking and making their argument, you give a refutation of saying
Actually,
Naruto is stronger.
I
Stop!
don't
Don't
I
interrupt
don't
me!
even
Don't
think I
interrupt me!
need to
Don't interrupt
respond
me!
to
Don't interrupt me! Don't interrupt me! Don't interrupt me!
Justine, I don't even think I
Oh,
need
chill with
to.
all that. Chill with all that. No.
Hold up, what
Someone
I'm
can be
saying
talking
was,
about Naruto versus Sasuke, and while they're making their
why
argument,
are
you
you
can
bringing
try
up
and say in
Naruto versus
chat that
Sasuke?
Naruto,
Why are you
because
bringing
it's
up
an
Naruto versus
analogy. It's an
Sasuke?
analogy. It's an
Yeah,
analogy.
Justine,
You can say
all I'm
Naruto. You
saying
can
is,
say Naruto. You can say Naruto. Are you
all I'm
deaf? Do you
saying
not hear
is
me
that,
talking? You can say
oh my God,
Naruto wins
all
versus
I
Sasuke
am
because he
saying,
beat Sasuke, but you don't say this in VC and
Justine,
even
I
if some
don't
people in
care.
chat acknowledge it,
Justine, I'm
it's not a
fucking
part of the
speaking a
dialect.
different
So
point,
you
you
can't
idiot.
say your
Why are
refutation
you
to
going like
page
on
while
a
we're not
10-minute
here and
rant?
say it should be taken as so, even though nobody knew of it or heard of it, and then that's not how it works. So we should just conclude on this point and move
Bro, you're going on like a 15-minute rant while I literally
because
just
you
said,
interrupted me 10 times.
that I'm making a new point, you fucking idiot. Okay, cool. So
Okay, so then we're moving on from the chakra point. Okay,
what I said is that I don't think I need to address it actually because I don't think you fulfilled anything. You saying that like he's like fucking I don't know, like done big jutsus outside like far away from Nagato doesn't prove anything, bro. You're literally just saying that he's performed big jutsus. That's subjective to your opinion. You wouldn't be able to justify jutsus are as big as catastrophic devastation. I already like proved, I think, to the whole VC and to the judge, which I guess can be judged later, whether my interpretation about pain or Nagato having to be closer to the Pain's bodies and Tendo to be able to output more chakra. If I won that point, then your point is irrelevant because him outputting big jutsus is subjective to your opinion of big. So I don't fucking care about that shit. It's not even like relevant. I wouldn't even need to respond to it because you're just like saying shit that doesn't refute what I'm saying. So anyway.
okay, Yeetus, we can move on and conclude.
Yeah.
Or in fact, I don't even think. Do you even need conclusions? No. Okay, so then who do you think won that point? Because I think if
Wait, what point? What
I
the
won,
fuck?
my scaling. Sorry, my like.
We're
Sorry.
not done with this whole thing. Weren't we about to move on to a chakra point? You were
I mean,
asking
it's
me
in. I wouldn't conclude on this point.
on which point?
Like my scaling.
Yeah, we're not done with that. The chakra point has
How
to do.
how are you gonna tell me I'm not done with my own scaling,
Okay, well, I'm not done refuting it, so you can't just like force me to move on.
bro? But we've moved on from every point so far, and then you just said an argument which I've already refuted. It's my point. You have nothing else left to refute since you already moved on from every point.
Conclude on.
You moved on from every other point. There's nothing else for you to refute unless you backtrack again and I call Devin rejoinder. We should conclude. We had to conclude if I don't have any other scaling.
Alright, I'll just say one more thing. I'll just say one more thing.
You actually suck.
Let me check. All right, so from the thing I sent in scans 1, that literally just proves that chakra is a mix of mental and physical energy. All right, we can conclude now.
Okay. 2, who do you think won? That
What
my
was
scan.
hold on? What was that last argument you just made? What was
He
that
just
for?
made the same argument of
I just said
chakra
that
is a mix
chakra.
of mental and physical. Even though I've already debunked that by giving the analogy, I have mental, so I have like mental integration, physical energy with. I can punch a wall, but that does not mean that I can amp myself physical energy that I have within. It's just something
First
that
of
is
all,
there.
okay,
Chakra is
Justine,
just
we
something
already
you output
concluded. That's
physical energy.
irrelevant. You already
That's a point I made during the debate.
Yeah, but
cool.
what does
So-
what does this have to do with the like actual debate? Like, what point does this attack?
Oh yeah, basically. So we were arguing about Nagato, like whether him being closer to Pain, or sorry, whether Pain being closer to Nagato would allow him to output more chakra, and I said it would, and yeah, we were both giving interpretations about that scan I sent about like Nagato saying close enough, and then Justine, I don't know if he accepted it or whatever, but he said like, okay, well, prove
Don't
chakra.
tell my arguments for me.
He said prove chakra.
No, Yeetus, don't tell my.
He said. Oh no. He said that chakra is only used for
Yeetus.
jutsu and not physical stats or something. So then I was just
No,
like,
I said it doesn't amp physical stats. Yeah, because you claimed that.
yeah, and then I justified that by
You
sending
didn't
that.
justify that. You just said
Anyway,
it's a
well,
mix of
that's up to
physical
you.
and
That's up
mental
to
energy,
you.
in which I gave an analogy, which I
Okay,
was just
cool. That's up
explaining,
to
even though you just said it was random, even though you just said it was irrelevant, even though I explained why it was.
Do you want to give a
So
judgment?
Yeetus, too, just give a judgment.
Oh wait, hold on, Justine. Conclude your point again, because I kind of forgot what your argument was against that.
Against what he just said about how chakra like amps physical energy.
Yeah.
I said basically you're just giving like a you can have you're just giving a scan of mental and is used for chakra. It's just a mix. However, for it to actually amp physical stats, because this led on to the point of he had less chakra if he's farther away from, therefore his physical stats were less amped. Or actually, no, he didn't make that point. That like for example, if I was to punch a wall, with physical energy within my body and mental integration, that does not necessarily mean this physical is used to amp my physical stats. It just means that I have physical energy which I can output to use some sort of technique such as karate, and that you would have to look at some sort of specific technique such as the gates for chakra to actually in some sort of way. So therefore, you're just giving this like very little substantiation. You're not actually proving it. So basically, I just think he didn't really support anything. And
So wait, do you wanna? Okay, so do you wanna repeat
he
the
didn't.
point one more
He
time?
wanted my conclusion, not yours. He doesn't need to. You've heard both of us, right?
I didn't hear you say that argument during the debate. Like, what the fuck?
Okay, that's your fault. There's a recording. You have a
Okay,
recording.
cool.
I
So
made the recording.
so hold up.
So if two thinks he didn't hear me say that, just watch over.
No, and I remember him like giving like a wall analogy, saying if you punch a wall.
So
And
Justine, do you
Thank
want to
you.
repeat your wall analogy?
Oh my! I just repeated it. You heard it right too, or do you need
So
me
do
to
you
repeat
want
it
to say it
myself?
one more time?
No, I'm not going to repeat it to you.
Alright,
I've already, as long as
cool.
two acknowledges that I said it during the debate. So two, can you
Um,
do you want to give judgment now, please?
yeah, you won since that was never attacked. I never heard the Yeetus attack.
Okay, so I won my
Yeah.
scaling. Okay, thank you.
I just said that I was
You suck, Yeetus.
attacking.
Get back. Get back.
Okay, hold up. I
Get
just
back,
asked
Yeetus.
to.
Get back, Yeetus.
I just asked to attack it, and
Yeah, I'm guessing y'all are like in conclusions right now. So I
no,
don't know
we're
how
not.
you're
I did not agree
Y'all
to
were like
conclude.
What? Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You're a liar.
No,
You're a
you
liar.
asked.
You're a
I
liar.
didn't
You're a
agree.
liar. You're a liar. I hate liars.
I said we
You're a
can,
liar.
but you
You're
never
such a liar.
agreed to
You're a
conclude
liar.
at the same time.
You're a liar. Get back. Get back, Edis. You slept.
Do
I just
you
want.
wanna
No,
try
hold
to
up.
recording? Because I don't think I ever agreed to conclude.
You asked me, do you want me to give your conclusions, or do I want to hear your conclusions?
Thank you. The judge acknowledges that you said that. I heard you say that. I'm sure people in chat heard you.
Wait,
So
what did I say?
that you literally said, "Do you want me to say my conclusion now?" We go to conclusions. I even then told you why there's no. So we
I mean,
have
if
to
you
get
have
a
like
coach.
any vouchers, bro, if you have any vouchers, bro, like bring them up. But
Okay,
like,
anybody in chat, did you not hear us like
no, I'm talking about
or
Justine. Like, if I'm not Justine, I'm talking about Yeetus. If he has any vouchers for like, him saying he never wanted to conclude, like.
Limitless said I did, Bruce said I
Well,
did.
no, I said that I wanted to
Zeno Ape's
respond.
Zeno Ape's gonna
I
agree
said that I wanted to
because he's a
respond to
goon.
that
He's a weirdo
analogy, but
too.
I'd never heard it during the debate. I mean, when I said he was
Okay,
shotgunning me,
that's your
that was
fault.
hold
I
on,
already said
too. I don't think it's fair to like assume that like I should hear something while he's shotgunning me with multiple
I'm not
bullets. Like,
shotgunning though. I already defeated why it was a shotgun. I already
Wait,
told you it's
wait, wait. He
multiple
brought
points that
he brought
coincide with
that
one another.
you brought that argument in response to like that was like one whole argument in response to your point of like physical chakra amping physical stats, and you never countered it.
I
I
didn't
don't think
hear it.
that was
I mean, my dad came in the room at one point and I didn't hear that shit.
yeah. I
If
mean,
it
if you
was like
didn't
a
hear it, it
solid,
wouldn't be a shotgun. But like, I
oh yeah, I
don't
mean,
know.
I guess
I
it
didn't
was a
hear it was a
solid
shotgun.
I thought that he might have said it while he was shotgunning, but there was a solid like 2 minutes where I was talking to my dad. So I don't know.
So, I mean,
Okay,
if
so
Justine wants to be
this is
cool
my
over it, like,
W.
I think if
I
Justine
mean, I
wants to be
don't
cool
think
and agree with that, I don't
that.
know, bro. Like,
No, I'm not gonna just go
I
back.
mean, I think it's only
Bro,
fair if you don't want to be a rat if you let me respond
it's
to like.
not a rat tactic. You're
yeah,
being a rat here
Justine,
because
What
I
is
heard
Justine,
your
all the
mic was
other.
unmuted talking to your dad, and you did. You just agreed to
my
move
mic
on
was
after.
muted,
Nah,
and then
you're
I
just
said,
mad because you lost. Stop,
no, and then
Yeetus.
I
This
was
is not
trying to
rat. You're
say
gonna go around and say
something
this wasn't
like,
skillful because I didn't hear his argument. You're just mad you lost.
okay,
You're the one.
so
Hold up.
I
Slide me the
literally
recording
didn't
right
hear
now.
that
Slide me the
argument. If
recording
I
right
did, I
now.
would have
Slide me the
responded.
recording right now. Slide me the recording right now. Because I repeated this
Yeah.
argument 5 times of me punching the wall, and it's not an amp and physical stat.
Right.
Yo.